When I first began learning Japanese, one of the hardest things for me as a native English speaker was pronouncing the letter R. The way that ra is pronounced in English versus Japanese is very different. To an English ear, ra sounds almost like it starts with an L rather than an R. So why is that? Before we can answer that, we need to know a little bit more about how articulation works. Consonants are a speech sound that are made with an obstruction in the vocal tract. This means that somewhere within your vocal tract, which consists of your lips, teeth, tongue, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate, or velum, and uvula, a constriction is occurring. So consonants are a sound that are made using three parameters: the place of articulation, the manner of articulation, and the voicing of the sound. To transcribe sounds, we use a handy tool called the International Phonetic Alphabet, or IPA for short. Each sound has a corresponding IPA symbol that may or may not line up with the English alphabet. In this case, we have the English R appearing as this, and the Japanese R appearing as this. Both of these sounds are voiced alveolar consonants, meaning that the vocal folds are vibrating and the place of articulation is the alveolar ridge. The manner of articulation for this sound is called approximant. An approximant is pronounced as a narrowing of the vocal tract without making the airflow turbulent. Try saying words like root and rifle, focusing on the R. If you pay attention when making the R sound, you'll notice that your tongue never makes contact with any part of your mouth, and the air comes through smoothly. This, on the other hand, is what we call a tap. Taps are a fast movement of the articulators. There is no buildup of air pressure, and thus no burst when the air is able to flow again. In English, words like bedding and rider exhibit this alveolar tap sound. So now that we understand how these two sounds are pronounced differently, let's see how this works when used in words. For this, I'll use this Japanese word here that I'm sure most of you know. For an English speaker, our instinct is to pronounce this as ramen, but in Japanese, it's pronounced more like ramen. Let's try another word. Arigato versus arigato. Notice that the R sounds kind of like an L. Because of this, native Japanese speakers have a hard time distinguishing between English R and L, resulting in mispronunciations like riri and ravu. At the end of the day, languages are heckin' complex. Just this one small example took me over 3 minutes to explain. Linguistics is a huge, crazy world that you've only now scratched the surface on. But you can't go any deeper on an empty stomach. I'll see you guys.